Amy. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today I'm going to show you another design that I'm going to be painting on this letter A. I will be using the Americana gloss enamels that I purchased as a set. And I think I've decided I'm going to, because I've drawn hearts on here, I'm going to do a dotting painting tutorial again. I had a little template that I had made a while back to do some painting on glass and just happened to find it, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to put it down on my A and then do opposite corners using my charcoal white pencil. I drew around it. Now, I didn't mention this on my other tutorial, but this actually just comes off with water. So once your paint has dried, then you can just go back in and wipe it off so you don't see whatever lines are left over from after you're done dotting. I am going to use, I think on this one I'm going to use the silver. I got paint on my hands again. The silver and then a variety of the pinks, and create a design that coordinates from one corner to the other. This is a 12-inch letter that I will be selling in my Etsy shop. And I did actually list the other one, so I need to get that link into my video so that if you're interested in purchasing them, they're ready to ship, and they're not something that I actually will be allowing people to do custom orders. They're just basically you purchase what you see. Not that I wouldn't take a custom order, but that's not really what I'm going for. I'm going for more completed items that allow me a little bit more freedom to continue creating. I'm going to use a variety of tools here, and these are, sorry, my nail dotting tools. I got a set of 5, and I will be, using these. And then my clay ball making tools, I will be using this one as well to do a little bit larger dot. And let's go ahead and get started with I hate that I keep getting paint on my fingers. I need to eventually figure out what colors I like and actually get the bigger bottles so I'm not constantly getting my hands full of paint. For some reason, that seems to be what I keep doing here every time I'm trying to open it. Again, not that I'm the neatest painter in town, because I'm not. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. And I think I'm going to start by outlining the heart. I want to make sure that you can see. Outlining with the silver. And I'm just trying to eyeball it and just space it out as I go. I'm hoping you can see this. I was lucky I got some new lighting in my studio, so I'm hoping that it shows a lot brighter in my videos. Now with these tools, you can make a variety of sizes, even just using the one particular end. And that's basically done by pressure and how much paint you have. Being a lefty, though, I do have to be careful about getting my hand, and my work, I actually should start the opposite side. And I always forget. I always just start. You're taught to go from left to right so much that I automatically start that way when I should be doing the opposite. So if you're a lefty, keep that in mind because you don't want to be dragging your hand through your wet paint. Alright, so now I'm going to flip this and do the other end. Like I said, very simple. You know, I'm trying to learn, and basically hoping that if you're a newbie, you're learning and trying different projects too and not giving up, because I know when you're trying something new, a lot of times it can be very frustrating and you want to throw the towel in, and sometimes people do that a little bit too soon, and then right before they're just about ready to get it, they quit. And I know sometimes it's expensive to try a lot of different paints and such. A lot of people can't afford to do that. I get it. But I'm hoping by my trial and error that I'm helping you with that part. My tail just made a creak. I tell you, it's so pretty here right now that I really miss my old workroom I used to have in my backyard. I'd love to be outside right now. It was really nice. It was like an extra room, but it was clear out in the back of our yard with heat. We didn't have air conditioning, which we probably would have needed, and I would definitely need that if I were to build one now. But just to be out when it's bright and sunny on this kind of day, you could definitely could be out there without any air conditioning. Alright, so we got that. I'm going to go back and turn it around. Oops, I almost stuck my finger in it. That would have been awesome. Alright, so let's take a look here. I want to do this darker pink, I do believe. And let me try to decide here what I want to do with it. So I did a stone actually, with kind of a design that I'm thinking of doing here. Let me get this back into the view. Alright, so right now I'm going to take this tool. Let me see what the ends look on these. Maybe that's a little bit bigger. Yeah, I'll do it like that. Alright, so let's go in here. I'm going to dip into this pink, which is, to me, looks like magenta. And then I'm just going to dot kind of in between these dots. So I'm doing dot painting, not necessarily mandala or mandala, however you pronounce it. I've heard it a variety of ways. I've always said mandala. I'm not really sure the correct pronunciation. But I kind of like to do things, I don't want to say a little differently, but not to really stick with one way. And I think when you're starting out too, trying to build, I think you need to practice your dots. Now, if you're somebody that doesn't feel like you need to, then obviously you're going to go right ahead and jump in and do something more difficult. You know, I'm intending these to be easy, not only for you, the viewer, but for myself, since I am trying to master this, just to give me more experience. And I hope that makes sense. Alright, so now I'm going to turn it around. And one reason I'm doing this so that I could use in all the same colors at the same time too. If you want to do one at a time, you know, that's up to you, obviously. But I'm choosing to just keep doing these together, the different color, you know, the same color at the same time. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please make sure that you do so. Hit the bell that's beside the subscribe button, and that way you'll get notifications whenever I list something new. This year my goal has been to be more active in posting videos. I do a variety of different things. I do wedding hangers, wire work, that kind of stuff. So you may see a variety of things coming through on my channel, not just dot painting or whatnot. I initially was trying to do a lot of glass painting, which I probably will be doing some more here. Some different things that I want to try. And then like some home decor type videos. Alright, so let's hop over here. Go back to the bottom. And I think on the outside, okay, we did the darker. I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to come over here to another shade of pink. And I'm sorry I'm not giving you the color names. It's basically in this set, just so that you know. Once I get into actual bottles of paint, I'll be more specific. It's really up to you, though. Obviously, you don't have to do the same colors I'm doing. And the reason I say that is it's whatever your project, whatever works for what you're trying to do. Okay, so on this part of it, I'm going to hit the outside and do the dotting on the outside, just with the smaller side of the nail dotting tool. Try to stick in between the silver dots. And then just keep going around. I'll try not to touch the dots, but I'm not doing such a great job, so I think sometimes I just try to move too fast, which isn't the best thing to do when you're doing dot painting. But I think it's kind of relaxing. What do you think? Do you do it? Do you have samples to share? Any thoughts as far as or suggestions on easy ways to do it, tools that you prefer to use? Please leave that down in the comments section. If you have any photos to share. So far that's what we have, and I think it's pretty. You could do this with other shapes too. It doesn't have to be hearts. I just happen to have that on hand, and that's what I did on a rock, as I showed you. Maybe I didn't show you. I don't remember now if I even showed you the rock. I don't think I did. Alright, yep, that's a little close there. A little close. And again, I just have to be really careful that I'm not putting my hand in it. I'm running across it. And like I said, the little bit of white that you see in between these can definitely be wiped off once the paint dries. Obviously, I'm not going to do it right now, or worry about it right now, because there's no reason to, right? So very pretty. like I said, you can do them, you know, closer. I'm kind of trying just to be in between them as best I can. And my dot right here for some reason. Put a dot right there. I like that. Alright, so then I'm going to, so that's just cute, sweet, 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 sweet. Going to look at this real quickly. I'm going to do a lighter color of pink. Let's do this one here. So I'm basically going to have like 3 shades of pink. And I'm trying to think if I want it. Yeah, I'm going to do it little. And I'm going to do it in here. Again, in between the dots as best as I can. And sometimes it's harder if the dots are close, they're small. But you can try to just do a little smaller tap so that it's not quite as big of a dot to try to make it work. And I could just keep going around and around and around till the whole thing is filled with dots on the inside. But that's really not what I'm going to do. That's really a little dot. Little dot. Hoping this is in here. I screwed it up a little bit. Sorry about that. And if you're feeling a little impatient and you don't want to watch me do all these dots, feel free to speed ahead. And now I do that sometimes. And it's okay. But here you need just a real tiny little dot. And if you feel like you need to make your dot a little bit bigger, you can go back in and dot it. Those are kind of close together. But I think I need another one right in there. That's why I say sometimes you just kind of have to judge. It's not a big deal. And you'll see why here in a minute. You will see why here in a minute. Okay, so going ahead and doing the same thing with this one. I'm just trying to make it look even too. Sometimes maybe your dots are not, or maybe a couple bled together. You can still do add a dot just to kind of make it look symmetry. And like I said, just keep in mind too when you're watching my video, I am a newbie at this, so I'm learning as I go and hope that you're doing the same. If you're a more experienced dot painter and you have suggestions, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Constructive criticism is always welcome. I'm going to stick one right there. Alright, so that's done. Now the next thing I'm going to do, sorry, it was kind of itching there. Go back in with the silver, because I want to keep that, yeah, like some of my dots right in here kind of bled together, too close. But that's alright. This is just a practice point. And I'm going to, make sure you're in here, go back to the silver. I'm going to take the clay ball tool and pounce it in here, just like I'm doing the other tools. And then I'm going to just place a dot up here. Maybe place a little bit closer. That's why I say you can go back in and tap to make the circle bigger if it's not big enough already. And then I'm going to put one here, and then a little bit bigger, and then I'm putting one at the base. Okay. All right, I'm going to flip this around and do the same at the top. And trying to get it as close as I can without touching. Do it there. And then do it at the base, just like I did the other ones. Okay. And then I'm going to use my little dotter, a little dotting tool, nail tool. Go back to the, what's this up here? Go back to the light pink, the lightest shade that we just did around here, and continue on putting dots around this color. My problem is I've got to learn to get a little bit closer without touching, and I don't know if it's just my eyesight or what, but that can be kind of hard for me. I have the aging eyesight, which is just wonderful. I just love it. And I'm not trying to graduate the size of the dots at all. I know a lot of times people will do that around the bigger dots. I'm not. That's not even I'm not even attempting that right now. I'm mainly more concerned in just getting the dots around it. I really kind of like to have one right there. If I could just get a tiny, teeny, tiny one. Teeny, tiny one would be nice. Alright, then I'm going to go back up here. Oops. Flip it around. Like I said, if you wanted to just do one heart and not have them in opposite corners, that would be awesome too. I just decided, because all the designs I've done on the ones have just been one design. Like I said, if you feel like you need to put more dots in here just to kind of, you can. Kind of touching there. Trying not to do that too much, but you can eyeball it. If you find a spot that you want to put another dot, go ahead and do it. Or try to do it. Because I realize I need a lot more practice. But I just feel like, why not do the practice by doing the videos, and you all can practice with me. Alright? A little closer. Alright. So it's not perfect, but that's okay. Alright, so then I just want to do, I think I'm going to go back to, is that the original one? I can't find it. Oh no. Go back and do one of the darker ones. I think I'm going to do just the lighter, and then just kind of throw it in here. And you can try to stick some of these littler ones up in here if you want. I am doing them very tiny, or trying to do them very tiny. And even if they get on top of your dot a little bit, I think that's okay. See right here, I should have gotten closer. Right in here. But that's okay, you know. Not much in life is perfect, and I know I'm not. And if you are, great. Kudos. Kudos to you, because I know I'm not. I definitely have to learn to get closer to the dots. I definitely agree on that one. But I really think some of these, the dot creators, they could do these in their sleep. They're so good at them. They're just phenomenal. I love to watch them. I mean, and you could even allow it to dry and then put some coordinating dots on top of the silver dots if you wanted to do that. But you do need to let them dry. At least get drier. I'm not sure if they have to be completely dry. And that's kind of can be deceiving a little bit too when you're watching videos, because it looks like they're just doing it right then. And it's working out just perfectly. And then you go to do it and it's like, mine doesn't look like that. And you find out, hey, I'm not letting it dry. Not sure what the thickness of the paint, if allowing the use of, you know, a hairdryer or a heat gun, if that would help. You know, quickening that time. The only concern I would have is the thickness of the paint. That would be, like I said, my concern. Put an extra little dot there. But anyways, I'm going to kind of wrap this up. And leave it at that. But I think that, you know, I could keep going with it. Like I said, continue to go and keep adding more dots and more dots and more dots. But I think for the, you know, for just the gist of it, you know, adding a design to something plain can make it, you know, give it a lot of interest, character by doing so. So once again, this video was intended just to be, you know, an easy way to do dot painting, not anything major, since I am a newbie trying to learn it as well. Again, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, help me build my channel, share it with your friends, and comment if you have any, you like this is what I would do instead, I prefer this tool, this paint, whatnot, that's fine. Put that comment down below, and make sure you hit the bell to get more notifications whenever I post a new video. Thanks again for stopping by, and until the next video, have a good one.